Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. The Ziggy Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
A lot is still going on. Let's just put it that way. As much as I could say everything's good and everything's working fully, we still have issues. And when I say issues, I mean everything is changing, everything is fluctuating. My new microphone, which I started using a couple days ago, at that point was using old tech. It was using what's called XLR tech. And if you don't know what XLR tech is, it's the old style of microphone that makes everything mono. And basically when you use that, it washes out the sound. Now, for microphones, it's usually not that big of a deal at all, actually. So that's all well and good. But the problem is when I was doing that, I couldn't use any of the features of the mic. For example, watch this. What I was saying was, you couldn't hear me there because it has touch to mute. And that's amazing because this is going to be so good for when I need to take a break. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to cough. I'm going to clear my throat. I just touch it, do it, go right back, instant muting.
Oh my God!
What the fuck? What? Oh, man. All right, guys, good night.
And people have said for years, can you mute your mic? Well, now I can instantly mute it by simply just tapping it. Okay? Super duper awesome in that regard. But, yeah, outside of that, the microphone with this USB connection that I'm now using over XLR has adjustment issues. As you can hear, it sounds completely different. One thing it has is more bass. Do you hear the bass in my voice? Previously, there was no bass in my voice pretty much, and everyone was like, oh, I don't get it. I had to do this. I basically had to put the mic like right in my face, like this, and then you would get bass. But now there's actually bass even when the mic is further back. But as you can see, now it sounds different. And already everyone's saying, yep, the mic sounds like there's echo. You're right. And the thing is, I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of it. And I'm not sure how. I actually have an echo filter on, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
That totally was a cry for help. A cry for like, look at how pathetic I am. Please feel bad for me and help me.
I've decided, after thinking about it, that after about 2.5 years of doing it, I'm going to retire, for now, doing private React videos on Patreon. And you might say, what are you talking about? You do private React videos on Patreon? Yeah, I do. And you might not realize that because I don't really talk about it ever, okay? For people who were pledging $50 a month to my Patreon, they were getting about a 20-minute to 30-minute private video made. And it could have been a Q&A video or it could have been a private React to something. But here's what happened, okay? Basically, when I started doing it, it was popular, and I was doing several of these a month, and I was making a ton of money doing it, okay? But over time, I just lost the time that I had to do it in between streams. Like, I used to try to squeeze in these videos, but now, instead of it being, oh, it's like 5 people, and each person wants one video that's 20 minutes long. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can squeeze that in. I'll do it between streams, I'll do it fast after a stream. What ended up happening was, basically, a few people did it, they liked it, but then people ran out of ideas for it. There's literally been one person who kept doing it, Slayer.
That shit is, in my opinion, that shit's sick.
Slayer, every single month, purchased anywhere from 2 to 4 slots getting private videos made. And as much as I've enjoyed doing them, because they are fun, you know, a lot of the stuff that I've done and reacted to has been quite entertaining, it becomes time-consuming when someone's buying a 2-hour slot. It's like, when do I have 2 hours to do this? I don't. Now I have to take a stream off. And if you haven't noticed, I'm way behind. Look, I've been playing Indiana Jones for a month, and I don't even know if we're halfway through. I mean, same thing with Stalker 2. I don't have enough time to play Marvel Rivals to really learn it. People are saying, where's the fighting games? People are saying, where's the indie game? I'm already massively pressed for time. So with that happening, how can I now be taking streams off to do private videos, right? I feel like it just makes more sense to be doing a stream where I'm making content for everyone. We're continuing on with playthroughs. I'm not lagging behind. Than me saying, oh, I'm taking an entire night off just to do a video for one person. You know, and some people might disagree with that, but you have to understand that for me, it's not necessarily just about the money. It's about consistency. It's about keeping up with stuff.
Silver-tongued talker, right? Oh, I'm just going to say it one way, and hopefully you'll believe it, even though that's not the truth. And that's literally what's happening here. The guy's a liar. The guy's a fucking blatant liar and lying to everyone. But people are believing it because they don't know any better.
So, and here's the other thing, too. It's not like it's a popular thing. Every month I get at max 2 people who do it. It's always Slayer and maybe one other person.
Shout out to Only Iced Coffee.
And at this point, it's just getting to the point where it's too hard to even stay caught up. Like you heard what I just said. I want to have an extra day off. If I take the extra day off, now I don't have the slot to do the private react video, you know? So I think I'm just going to get rid of it for now. And maybe it'll come back at some point. Maybe it won't.
They're bizarre plastic tabs that it looks like they're expecting you to try to push a wire into, but the tab is inside the mic arm. So, like, I don't know how you're supposed to actually push the wire into it. It doesn't seem to want to go in. It's very weird. I'm at a loss of what they're expecting. It doesn't seem to go in all the way. It just kind of pushes it and doesn't fit. It's odd.
Again, there's no instructions whatsoever of how to do anything with this. You just got to figure it out for yourself. Dude, this is killing my thumb. This is name brand, expensive stuff with no instructions. And it seems to be less actual ease of use than the cheap one I bought. Oh, you're getting salt. It's even now, again, my mouth overpowered with salt flavor.
Now I scraped it all up. Great. Now it looks terrible because I tried to use a wrench. It didn't even work. And now I scraped it all up. This is ridiculous. Hey, you ever heard of fucking instructions, you fucking nerds? Hey, nerds. Hey, book smart nerds. You ever heard of including fucking instructions with a product someone bought for $100? Little hard, isn't it? Too hard to do that in 2024. Instructions, right? Fucking, to every piece of technology I've messed with in the past 2 months, it's the same exact thing, right? No instructions, not easy to figure out. What is wrong with these fucking people? It's not backwards. It's that what should happen is, ideally, when you're screwing all this on, it should all tighten facing you. But they didn't bother doing that because that would take effort. So instead, what it looks like they did is they put a washer here. So what I should have done, which I didn't realize at first because there's no instructions, is I should have tightened it until it was about to face me, but not tightened all the way, then use the washer to self-tighten and hold it in place, which I didn't realize. The washer here is threaded, and I think that's why this washer exists. So then it would hold your microphone in place, okay? Great. Problem is, I over-tightened it now because I didn't know that because there's no instructions. So now my microphone is stuck either facing this way, now everything's tight, this is worthless, right? Or I need to have it loosened so I can turn the microphone back this way and then tighten it with the washer. Problem is, this microphone is stuck on the extender arm, completely stuck, and I can't loosen it. I tried to use a wrench, and all it's doing is stripping the paint off of the goddamn cylinder. It won't, I can't get enough force or torque. And people, oh, get painter's tape, get towel. What? I don't have painter's tape in my house. I'm not a fucking electrician or a painter. I don't have 100 towel. Like, what towel can I use to do this? Like, it's a tiny little wrench. I mean, do I get a bigger wrench? Do I go get a bigger wrench?
Isn't this great, guys? This is my life. And this is me coming back from a day where I had no rest whatsoever. I literally did busy work, chores, and physical labor all day. And this is what I got to come back to. Isn't this great? I love it, man. What a great life. An endless victim. You know what I mean?
No, there's no shout outs. Basically, an hour ago, Connor the Gamer re-upped his membership and said, hey, Phil, been ME3, but is Andromeda worth it 2024? And Guitar Player 1939 re-upped his membership for 42 months. That's it. I've literally gotten $9 of contributions in the last 2.5 hours I've been streaming. Isn't that great? And this is what I'm fucking with today instead of playing games. So I guess I'm not making any money today either because of this garbage. So maybe I should send Sure a bill for the fact that I couldn't work today because their stuff is a bunch of junk. And they fucked me, but not putting any instructions in it.
All I can taste is the saltiness. Yeah, having a $16 stream is really tough. Not gonna lie. When I'm trying to hit goals of 150 every stream and I just had a $15 stream because of technical issues, that really sucks ass. Does anything get refunded if the goal isn't hit? No, what happens is I take your support and I pocket it, and then I spend it appropriately, like to pay for bills or to buy groceries or to buy games or to do coke off this table. It doesn't really matter because once you contribute, it's my money. You understand? That's how it works. I can do whatever I want with it.
The food arrived without any nuggets. Some kind of a weird error where on the ticket it says 10 food items, but then only lists 8. And the 2 that are missing are my nuggets and the dipping sauce. So I have a bunch of generic Taco Bell food and no nuggets to try for DSP Tries It. They didn't send them. So now I have to order again. And I have to pay for them again and pay for the delivery again and pay for all the fees again to get these fucking nuggets.
Today is probably one of the worst days I've ever had on stream. Like, not only was I not able to make any content for you because of all these technical issues, now I can't even do DSP Tries It. Baby Phil is crying.
Yeah, I might just go in person. I just don't want to drop $20 for a pack of nuggets. I just don't, you know. Of course, now to do that, well, I guess I could just wear my slippers. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not wearing any socks or to put sneakers on, and I don't have any socks. I'm serious. All my socks are in a wash. I have no socks to put on a sneaker. I wasn't planning on leaving and driving today. So maybe I could just wear my slippers. I don't know. Oh.
I do drink, though, occasionally. And quite frankly, maybe tonight is occasion for a drink. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.